r/TalesFromRetail, episode 35. Short and sweet. No ma'am, that store has been closed for 20 years and this is no longer a register. I used to work at a bookstore that had 2 levels. The street level floor had always been a bookstore, but the basement level used to be a record shop like 20 years ago. The service desk in the basement level, where I was always stationed, was the same desk that used to be the registers for the record store. One day this lady comes in and tries to pay at the service desk, and I explain that it's just a customer service desk and I only have a regular computer to do searches for customers, but she insists it's a register. She then says I've been shopping here for 30 years, this is a register, and I explain that when the record store closed we took over the lease for the basement level, and that the only registers we had were upstairs by the exit, but she keeps insisting that I'm wrong. Like, why would I lie about that? Please note, the bookstore did sell records, but the records were upstairs, and it was a very small, 2-tabled display of only modern pressings due to the rise in vinyl interest. My department was reference materials, dictionaries, test prep, maps, etc., so there was no logical reason for this woman to have confused us for the record store in the first place. Edit, spelling, edit 2, something I probably should have mentioned. Due to us taking over the lease of the lower level, we did not have an elevator or escalator in store, just a set of stairs within the store. And a dumbwaiter to transport carts of books between the levels, but there was an escalator and elevator in the lobby of the building. Typically people are resistant to use the stairs I guess, so I always offered to walk their books up to the register while they went and use the building's elevator/escalator. As far as the woman's age goes, she was not elderly, but wasn't young either. It's very possible this was a sign of early onset dementia, but I'm not a doctor, so I'm not making that diagnosis. And the award for most patient cashier ever goes to. What follows is a true and accurate account of a transaction I just witnessed in a branch of a well-known British bakery chain whilst on my lunch break. **CUSTOMER***. Do you have any sausage rolls, cashier? Yes. How many would you like? **CUSTOMER***. Are they suitable for my child? Cashier. **CUSTOMER***. How hot are they please? Cashier. We have some that are just ready and hot, and some that are pre-packaged and cold. **CUSTOMER***. Do you have any that are in between? Cashier. I'm afraid not. Sorry. **CUSTOMER***. Oh. Well, do you have a fridge? Cashier. Yes, but **CUSTOMER***. Put 2 hot ones in the fridge and bag 2 cold ones please. Cashier. I can't do that, I'm afraid. And the cold sausage rolls come in packs of 4 **CUSTOMER***. Well, I only want 2 cold ones, and the other 2 I want lukewarm. Cashier. I could give you 4 hot ones, and you could wait until they have cooled down to eat them. **CUSTOMER***. That's no good. He wants 1 now. Can I blow on it and see if he'll take it? Cashier. I'm afraid you will have to buy the sausage rolls first. **CUSTOMER***. Well, that's no good. Let me see. Cut them up into little pieces and put them together in 2 separate bags, and then that way they will be in between. Cashier. Okay. The cashier cuts the sausage rolls up into small pieces and places the pieces in 2 separate bags. The queue is now 20 customers strong, at least, and stretches into the street. It comprises mostly of people, like myself, who need to get back to work. Cashier. Is that all for you today? **CUSTOMER***. Can I have one of your spooky Halloween biscuits? Cashier. Yes. Which one would you like? Lord preserve us. **CUSTOMER***. Which one do you recommend? It's a cookie, lady, not a Fabergé egg. You're not making an investment here that will benefit your descendants. Take the bad shaped one and get on your bike. Paying rent at the bookstore. This story is sorta convoluted, but it was a confusing experience, so being convoluted helps set the tone. In the late 80s, when I was 18 to 19, I worked in a bookstore. This was before the days of the big box store, and it was a large-ish bookstore for the time. 2 typical downtown storefronts wide, ground floor and basement levels. The store had been around almost 50 years. The owner was retired, and his son was the general manager. I only ever met the owner once or twice. At slow times, there was usually only 2 staff in store, and the one with the most seniority was the acting manager. I had been around for about a year at this point, so I had experience doing just about all the tasks that might be done, other than managerial, because I was still the newest. One day, a man comes up to the counter where I am and tells me he wants to pay his rent. We have a video rental section and a few other things that are rented out and allow some regular customers to put things on a credit account, so I thought he wanted to pay his store account for something he had rented and asked him for his account number. No, he said, he wanted to pay his rent for his apartment. Now this was also the days before online bill payment, and we had a system in Canada where you could go into many major businesses, like banks, and pay your bills for most major billers, like utilities. Later in my life, when I moved to New York City, I probably gave a bank teller a story she could tell here, when I went to the bank expecting to be able to pay my parking ticket. I hadn't heard of people paying their rent this way, but I gave the guy the benefit of the doubt and assumed maybe some large rental companies were part of this system, and he thought the bookstore was one of the places you can pay bills. I explained that we didn't do that here, and he started to get angry. He insisted that he always pays rent for his apartment at this store, and his anger quickly escalated in response to my bafflement. I forget whether he asked for a manager or I decided to get one, but either way I was very soon going to fetch the colleague I was working with that night, and she came to the counter and immediately accepted the man's check for his rent payment, wrote him a receipt from a receipt book I didn't know about, and put the check in the till. It turns out that the owner of the bookstore owned the building. I did not know this, and there were apartments on the upper floors. I also did not know this, had never considered what the rest of the building might contain, but probably would have guessed office space, if you ask me, and that people who lived in the apartments could drop off their rent checks, payable to the owner, not the store, at the store. Obviously, I did not know this. So that was an odd and sorta embarrassing experience, though my colleague assured me that it wasn't my fault for not knowing. And the guy never gave me any information either. He didn't tell me where he lived or who was his landlord, or what the usual procedure was, or just ask me to find my colleague as soon I didn't know what he was talking about. He just got angry that I couldn't take his rent payment. The infamous "is anyone else working today?" I work in a shoe store which happens to also sell other items. Normally, people come to my register, and without any questions, I'll let them check out in shoes, even though there's another register just 10 feet away, to check items that aren't shoes out. I got a customer with 2 kids and her husband who came waiting, since I was helping a customer order some shoes that we did not have. After standing there for just under a minute, the interaction went like this. Is anyone else working? With the attitude, of course. Me, yes ***. I proceed to call my coworker and realize that he was already walking to the back to get something for a customer ***. Me, there is, but he is currently helping someone else. You could at least acknowledge me and say, "I'll be with you in a second." Me, ***. I simply do not answer to that one and proceed to continue with the customer I was already helping ***. You know, like you could have said, "I'll be with you in a second." Me, I'm helping her. There's another register right over there, should you be in a hurry? The customer who was being helped just said, "He's helping me." I did not want her to get involved in that, so I somewhat quickly proceeded to ask her a question about the shoe being ordered. I admit that I could be nicer and whatnot, but I frankly do not feel the need to state the obvious, and I've worked there for 2 years and it's my only issue with a customer. Her husband was just standing there and quite frankly could tell that the guy understood that I was not really making anything personal and just trying to finish the task at hand and move on to the next without interruption and efficiently and amp. X200B. They eventually just went to another register after she waved her hand in a rude manner to dismiss me. As strange as that sounds, I can never quite understand people who go and complain about not being served quick enough if one does not have time. Simply leave or find another register. It's what I do when I go to places and deem that the wait is too long. I even get a bit annoyed when the person says, "Sorry for the wait." Working retail, I know that this is not genuine, and quite frankly, they should not be sorry for things that are out of their control. The phrase perception is reality, facts do not matter is perfect for the retail world. Previous employee tries to make me break company policy. I've been with a clothing chain store that has only been in my city for a few years, but has recently opened up more and more stores. Because of this, experienced staff are shuffled around stores as newer staff are trained to ensure smooth running, which means a lot of us can go back and forth, or between stores pretty frequently. So if I go to a new store, I'll see a few people that I've worked with, and if not, we have mutual coworkers. Everyone knows everyone kind of deal. Some of the staff, almost the entire management team, have been with the company since coming to our city. I haven't, but I've been with the company for 3 years, so I've met probably all of them, and most of them I know quite well. We also offer a discount if you bring in recycled clothing, which is in the form of a voucher. You can only use this voucher on full priced items, and it says this everywhere. 1 voucher equals 1 full priced item discount. I had a customer come in with her husband and they already had vouchers with them. They wanted to buy a sale item that was literally only $15 down to $10. With the voucher, it would come to about $9.50. I explained that the voucher was only valid on full price. Customer, "Oh, that's a new rule. When did that happen?" Me, "I've been with the company for 3 years and it's been the case for that long, but I can't speak for previously." C, "Well, we should have been informed when it changed, because it has not always been that way." Me, "It actually says the policy on the bottom of the voucher, and in store signage that would have been up as it is in every store at the time." C, "Well, that's not good enough. I used to work here, and I know we used to use it on sale items." Me, "Faking friendly. Oh wow, which store did you work at?" C, "First store in city and my managers would do it all the time for me." Me, "Oh, that's so cool. Were you there for opening?" "Who were your managers?" C, "You wouldn't know them. They've all gone." Me, waiting for a response. C, "John, Stacy, Paul." Me, "Oh no way. Paul is lovely, but he just moved from our store back to, and I know Stacy recently left the company, but John will be working at another store. If you want me to give him a ring to confirm." "He's a close friend and it's not busy at the moment. Let me call." This customer was shocked and bright red. I obviously caught her in a bluff, because I have never heard of the voucher being used in conjunction with any other offer, even staff discount. So for her to say she had used the voucher on a sale item with staff discount was absurd. She basically quickly said she didn't want to bother Paul and said she'd just go without the voucher being used, but her husband was constantly angrily mumbling. Because she was a previous employee, she had to have known that if I did as she insisted it would have flagged on the system and I would have been berated. Funny story was that I had drinks with Paul not long after and mentioned I met this woman, and he said it was typical of her to be completely wrong, but convinced she was right. The family of thieves. First time poster, also on mobile. Bear with me, I used to work for a high volume thrift store and people used to steal from us a lot. To the point where my store manager would ban people for even doing slightly sketchy things within the store. We used to get lots of real gold jewelry donated to us. Earrings, bracelets, necklaces, you name it. We would have people come in the store to price these for us based on their worth, and we would put them locked behind glass. At this point in time we would keep the key in a drawer and we didn't have enough staff for someone to always be monitoring the glass cabinet area. So if someone wanted to look at something there they would have to go to the cache and whoever was there would call an associate to that area to help them. This one time I was called over to the cabinets and I was showing a lady a case of rings. These ones weren't the gold ones, but they were close to where the gold was held as well. When she was done she stated, "You guys are running low on gold right now, not a lot of donators anymore, huh?" I thought it was sarcasm, because we always had so much, so I laughed. Until I noticed her straight facial expression and realized she was serious. I looked down and all the gold was gone. My store manager checked the cameras and saw a man casually walk behind the counter and take the key out of the drawer the same as we would and pocket all of it. The worst part about it was that his wife and 3 kids were there and he was handing things for his kids to put in their pockets. They all left the store without buying anything. Then a few minutes after that was when I was called to the counter. This man along with his family were regulars, we knew they'd be back. So I think the next week he was back, and as soon as my store manager identified him security was called immediately. He didn't confess and started to yell when the cops arrived him, "How dare you do this? In front of my wife and kids. You'll see a lawsuit and I'll be swimming in this company's money." The woman and the kids were escorted by security as well. They were checked while they were leaving the store and the kids had toys stuffed in their pocket and their mother had clothes with tags on them underneath her regular clothes. Needless to say we never saw a lawsuit, nor did we see that family again. This story is actually told to new associates the company hires to warn them about leaving the key in the drawer. Now someone always holds the key on their lanyard. I know you don't have it, but I want it. Context: my second job was at a mass chain drugstore/pharmacy. They carry stuff from McCoop and groceries to actual medical supplies. As with most stores like this, we had a weekly ad that promoted our sales of that week. This all matters story. I was still very new to everything, being my first customer service retail job. I wish I would have been warned as to what I was getting into, so I was quick to have a manager come up when a situation looked like it was about to sour. Even though I didn't work there long, I was able to sense who was going to give me trouble before they even spoke to me, so I could kind of prepare myself for what was about to be thrown my way. The lady approached me with a very sour look, and I swear I could literally shaking as she walked up to my register. *OL is oatmeal lady lol *ME, a socially inept high schooler *MANAGER. She's super sweet and literally the best you could ask for. Ol, instant oatmeal in one hand, weekly ad in the other. You guys don't have my oatmeal in the big size. I've been coming here for 6 years and you have always had it every time. Me, stunned the abrupt introduction. I'm sorry about that. I can get someone to check if we have any in the back. Ol, no, I just want my oatmeal. You guys always carry it, and I always come here to get it. At this point I realized that she wasn't listening to a single word I was saying, only getting progressively angrier, so I called my manager up to try to help defuse the situation. "Manager, I'm sorry ma'am, but we have never carried that size of oatmeal. Is there anything you would like us to do to make up for it?" Ol, to my absolute astonishment, starts mimicking my manager and sticks her tongue out at her. I wish I was joking, but the people you meet in retail. She ended up throwing all of her items down on the counter at me, yelling I'm done, and literally stomping out of the store. My manager and I had a good laugh about how she was probably getting us mixed up with a different drugstore, and brushed it off. She told me there was never even a spot on the shelf for the larger size for as long as she had worked there.